Gold, the shiny yellow metal, has been used as a medium of exchange for thousands of years. However, there is now a potential effort to use gold as an economic weapon, primarily by Russia and China, aimed at destroying the US dollar and weakening the West. With over 92% of all money being digital and over 97% of financial transactions being digital as well, it may appear that gold is outdated. However, it's important to understand that digital money is a relatively new concept, and that prior to this, paper money was backed by gold. For a currency to have value, it must be backed by something real. In 1775, each British pound was backed by a pound of real silver. In a report from 1873, each German mark was exchangeable for real gold. This was also the case for the US dollar, where every note issued by the US government was backed by an equal amount of gold stored in federal vaults. However, this changed in 1971 when President Nixon took the US dollar off the gold standard, and since then, no currency on Earth has been backed by anything real for 50 years. Digital numbers in an account and paper money aren't backed by anything real. This has become a problem, particularly for the United States, as shown by the decline in the purchasing power of the US dollar. Since the end of World War II, the purchasing power of the US dollar has dropped drastically, especially since leaving the gold standard in 1971, losing 99% of its purchasing power in over a century. The US dollar is in a critical condition. Some have suggested it's on life support, and this is where Russia and China come in, appearing ready to end the US dollar's life. In recent months, it's been reported that China has been hoarding a large amount of gold, increasing its purchasing by over 50 times in November compared to the previous year, and continuing to grow its stockpile in January. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. It's thought that China is taking these actions in order to decrease its reliance on the US dollar and support its strategic partner Russia. The sanctions imposed on Russia after its invasion of Ukraine have blocked it from trading with the rest of the world, hurting its economy. Despite this, not much has been said about Russia's gold situation. Gold has a rich history as a means for individuals to preserve and grow their wealth, and this is not limited to just nations. With inflation reaching decade highs, even big financial institutions like BlackRock and Goldman Sachs are turning to gold, with some allocating up to 50% of their assets into alternatives that include the precious metal. Regarding alternatives to the US dollar, Russia, being one of the largest producers of minerals, is second in the world in producing gold. However, due to sanctions, Russia is unable to sell its gold to the outside world, but is believed to have been selling it to its ally China. In 2022, China's gold purchases from Russia increased by 67%. Many believe that China's reported gold purchases only make up a portion of their actual purchases. A significant amount of China's gold purchases from last year went unreported, leading to speculation that most of the increase came from Russia. This allows China to add a large amount of gold to their portfolio, while Russia uses the sales to avoid sanctions and maintain money flow into their economy. The relationship between China's gold purchases and the US dollar is significant. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, aim to increase their partnership and rival the biggest economies in the world, primarily the G7 countries, the US, Canada, the UK, and Germany, through the creation of a new currency called BRICS-Bucks. This currency would compete with the euro, pound, and US dollar, and would be collectively adopted by the BRICS nations, which make up 40% of the world's population. This would make BRICS-Bucks the most widely used currency on the planet and decrease the use of the US dollar, leading to a weaker currency. The potential downfall of the US dollar is closely tied to the plans of the BRICS nations to use gold to strengthen their future currency. Over the past few years, all the BRICS nations have been accumulating gold, not only China but also India and Brazil. This suggests that after the creation of the BRICS currency, the value of the currency will be linked to gold for the first time in half a century. This would make the BRICS currency the only money in the world backed by a tangible asset, giving it immense power and decreasing the value of Western currencies. This could result in the widespread use of the BRICS currency over the US dollar, and potentially make it the new reserve currency of the world, surpassing the US dollar. The BRICS currency is poised to become the most powerful currency, and if backed by gold, it would become virtually unstoppable. This could mark the end of the US dollar and the economic dominance of the United States. The BRICS currency, in combination with the falling living standards since 1971, which is verified by the website WTFhappened in 1971.com, will bring precious metals back into the spotlight as a medium of exchange. It is unlikely that the U.S. will back its currency by precious metals until a crisis ensues, but the living standards can decline only so much until the populace chooses a better competing currency. Whether that may be the BRICS gold-backed currency or gold-backed crypto like Kinesis. The average lifespan of fiat currencies is 50 years, and it looks like this is nearing the end of the dollar's dominance. Be sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.